Hi there, and welcome to All About Money. Understanding and managing our finances has undoubtedly been a crucial part of weathering this pandemic. Worries are mounting over a government proposal to limit the trade in cryptocurrencies to only professional investors. The business of space travel is unlike any other and has witnessed a paradigm shift in the past decade. So now that we're in the midst of a pandemic and at the start of a global inoculation drive, what role are patents playing in the vaccine market, for better or for worse? Well, joining me from Singapore, from Norway, from the Australian capital, to talk about the industry's sustainability practices, we're going to be talking about not just gender equality, but also gender equity in the financial services industry. Part of the reason why SpaceX was able to thrive was because of something called fixed pricing contracting. Every year, the minimum support price is announced for a couple of dozen crops, but out of those crops, only a handful are purchased by the government agencies, including paddy and wheat. Why is that? You had talked about how this is a more longer-term solution. How do you typically track the progress of someone who, say, for example, comes to you and says they want to learn X number of skills to build their finances? Why do you think these companies haven't adopted more environmentally friendly practices or approaches, given the kind of reach that they have? Do you think it's an issue of complacency? Having a differentiator like a unique green strategy might set one company apart from another. So how do you convince these companies to set aside those concerns around competition and actually share the information they have? Let's talk about a couple of factors driving the government's decision over here. There's money laundering and there's terrorism financing, to name a few. That's why they've pulled together this new bill. There appears to be a symbiotic relationship in the digital art market that perhaps is not there for the traditional art markets as far as NFTs are concerned. But there's also the argument that there are existing flexibilities under the TRIPS arrangement. Currently, there are compulsory licenses that can be issued on a case-by-case basis. Is it more expensive for a company to, say, shift toward a more circular economy, or does it depend from company to company? Well, I'm afraid that's all we have time for tonight. So it was very insightful. Thank you so much for speaking to us. We'll see you again next week.